I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. It's a fairly warm day today. It's supposed to be up around 45. I think it's getting close. And I got a project here that I've been wanting to work on, and I needed a little bit of heat just so that I could use the glue on the sealer that I was working with. This door was an original on the house when we bought it. It has these thin sheet metal seals along the top and the hinge side of the door, and they help a little bit, but they don't really seal off very well. And with the 15 below zero that we had a week ago, I'm thinking I need to do something about it. So I bought a pack of this foam weather seal thinking that I would put it on, and of course, I bought it when it was 15 below, and it says got to be 50 or above. I'm going to cheat it a little bit. I think since it's actually in the house in the garage, it's going to be a little warmer here than it is outside. So if it's 45, I'm going to try it, see what happens. Worst that'll happen is I put up some foam and I got to take it back off again. The other problem is the threshold. It was split, and when I tried to find some new threshold to go on there, I couldn't find the rubber strip. Now, this house was built in 1962. I think that's original. If it's not, it's pretty darn close. So, I'm going to take that out and I'm going to replace it. I went into the storeroom and got some of this. I actually bought this to put on the door of the blacksmith shop when we lived over in Union City. We moved before I got a chance to do it. Not that I'm world beater on getting everything done quickly. But I have this piece, and I thought, well, I'm going to replace the kitchen door threshold seal with it. Now, it's pretty close in size, so I'm hoping it's going to work. We'll just have to see. Before I can put the new in, I got to take the old out. And since it's straight slotted screws, since it's put in with straight slotted screws, I'm going to be doing this with the old-fashioned screwdriver. You can do this with a power driver, but a power driver is a little too fast, a little too fussy. Of course, I put this in with different size screws in every hole. Maybe this isn't original. This might be a farmer fix somebody put in afterwards. Ow! Knees just aren't set up for this anymore. This piece is just a little bit narrower than the original, but the height is real close, so I think I'll be alright. We're going to give it a whip. With a hacksaw, cut the threshold to the proper length. Note, existing threshold could be used as a pattern. That's what I plan to do. Care should be taken to make sure that the floor mounting holes in the height adjustable channel and base threshold are in alignment when cutting the length. Oh, height adjusting screw. So this one has an adjustable height on it. That's kind of interesting. Install adjusting screws into the height adjustable channel on the threshold, the section that fits directly under the door. Raise channel section of threshold to the desired height by turning adjusting screws. Leave a 1/4 inch clearance between the door and top of the aluminum channel at each adjusting screw. Install the screws through the holes in the threshold into floor. Note, short adjusting screws push the height adjustable channel up. The longer installation screws pull the height adjustable channel down and secure the complete threshold to the floor. Cut vinyl insert strip to correct length and snap into place. It sounds good. Looks like this goes like this, and then it gets snapped in like that. And fills that hole. Forms a flexible seal to go up against the bottom of the door. These two little lips go up over the top of this channel on both sides and seal it down. And this gets popped in like this, and that side gets popped in like that. And then when the door closes, it pushes that down and wipes against the top of this rubber seal and shuts the air off. I'm only putting it in like this because this way, down here in the basement, I can pull this back off without any damage being done. No point putting it on the full length because I need to mount it down before I put that in. This is the hole for the adjusting screw, and these little short screws go into there. They thread into a mounted nut, and when you tighten it down, it raises this up. These longer screws go down through this and fasten it to the floor. So for now, what I need to do is attach this to that. I think some clamps probably would do the task. And then I can use that to mark out where I want to put the saw cuts. Now we'll take a pencil and mark that out. Now mark this end. Swing that around, mark the other end. This would be a good time to have a padded set of jaws. Probably should take some of this aluminum and glue some padding onto it so that I can use it as a holder when I'm making cuts like this. stop me from nicking myself as much on these sharp edges. Take a little file to them. Little being relative. Now we'll just speed through the process on the other end. There. Fitted pretty good all in all. I've got a little bend on one of the corners, so I'm going to straighten it out with a pair of pliers real quick. Get good and wet to start with, and let it sit for a few minutes. It can be sitting on the back side while I put these thin strips in here. One thing that catches me every once in a while is that I'm putting these strips in, I'm pushing it down in and going that direction. It tends to stretch, and if I don't watch it, I'll actually pull it loose out of this end, or after I get it in and it relaxes a little bit, it'll shrink up and go back in past the edges. That'll make an air leak, and we don't want that. So I'm going to leave that sit for a minute. Come back over here, give this another shot. See if I can't get this paper off. One of the things we had to watch out for was any water drips around the areas where we kept the aluminum stored. They would watermark the aluminum, and then it would, when we went to anodize it, it would show that watermark. A little overly aggressive with a hacksaw, but we're back to where we should be. Okay, now I cut off this last little bit of rubber seal, and I'm ready to go put it in. Now it sounds real simple, but all I gotta do is tap this down into place and anchor it. We'll see just how easy it actually is. honestly, that went a lot better than I expected. Good and solid. Now this really does qualify as a fits-all. It acts as a knife and fits all purposes that a knife is used for. Well, look at that. They gave me 3 mounting screws, and I have 3 places to put mounting screws. I cut a 4th one off. Evidently, they don't think you're ever going to need that 4th screw, because they didn't send one. That's good and tight. Even with knee pads, my old knees are not up to this. There. Phew. Now let's see just how much clearance I need on this door. Actually, these metal screws are too tall. This is exactly the right height without any adjustment. As far down as it'll go. Now I have to tuck in that little rubber strip and then cut it to length. And go back and make sure that it's all tucked in square and straight. There, that's a good tight seal. Door closes. Okay, now the door is going to be airtight. That should stop a lot of the air infiltrating into the kitchen. At least until we get the kitchen redone. That's in the plans. Hopefully I won't be doing it. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching. And if you have a door that needs some sealer, find somebody else to do it for you.